ladies and all you gentlemen out there, thank you so much for stopping by today. I got a 2-for-1 video special for you all today. We're going to be talking about the might of the Empire and one of the Empire's finest, not just me, but I'll be showcasing today how Thrawn Lead is doing amazing work up against both Galactic Legends Rey and Kylo. I was being ridiculed when I was deciding between Thrawn Lead and Trey Lead during my stream last week, and I've been doing some testing of Thrawn Lead, and by golly, it is something quite interesting. But the second thing I want to talk about first is this guy right back here this weekend. An interesting tweet came from Anthony Daniels, who plays C-3PO. And what I'm going to talk about today is we might be seeing some sort of new C-3PO or some at least involvement with Anthony Daniels for perhaps maybe the upcoming Galactic challenges. So let's go talk about that first, because it was a little interesting. I've only seen this once in my recollection regarding all this, and that was way back when I believe Warwick Davis, who plays Wicket, they did a tweet kind of similar along these lines. Let's break this down first before we talk about the lovely Thrawn Lead. So this happened yesterday, and everything kind of got interesting with what people were thinking about. But basically what Anthony Daniels tweeted out is a joy to spend time with Galaxy of Heroes team from Capital Games and EA. Creative minds thinking alike, all big Star Wars fans. 3PO is rather proud to be a part of Galaxy of Heroes. So am I. Then it kind of went on and on and on and on. But three things I have in mind. One, perhaps we can be getting a new C-3PO. Now, there are a lot of C-3PO variants. I'm not sure if I'm 100% sold on this, because the C-3PO we have in the game obviously already kind of spans the Galactic Republic, the Rebel, and Resistance. So it's kind of hard to imagine, would they really add another C-3PO variant, since this C-3PO kind of encapsulates it all? But of course, if they really want to, they can definitely reskin him, give him the same tags. I mean, we have same tags for Han Solo. There's multiple Han Solos with the Rebel tag, for example. So we have examples like here, we have episode 1 C-3PO, then we have episode 2, episode 3 through 6, which is this one we have. And I'm not quite sure who this guy is over here. The red arm's really throwing me off here, but apparently they're from episode 7. Lame joke. I know, I got too many lame Star Wars jokes in my inventory, but there's a lot of other ones. Some people got kind of creative in my Twitter comments here, showing maybe we get the B1 Battle Droid C-3PO, because right now we have Clone Wars Chewbacca as a login award. Maybe that's what they're referring to. We still don't know what that's referring to at all. And of course, we saw this in the recent Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker event, Backpack C-3PO. Interesting, kind of combines C-3PO, Anthony Daniels, and the Chewbacca Login Award for the month. Who knows? Point being, I'm not sure how sold I am with it being a new character coming to Galaxy of Heroes. I mean, we had an example back when with Warwick Davis, when we got Wicket in the game. He did a lot of promotion for Galaxy of Heroes. When Wicket came into the game, we have a couple of tweets from Warwick Davis writer. So either one, could be a new character for C-3PO coming to Galaxy of Heroes. Two, it could just be a sponsored type of thing. I mean, if that's the case, he's missing some FTC disclosures, hashtag ads, sponsored by Capital Games, EA. I'm sure Warwick got paid. I'm not sure. It's just kind of a speculation, but we don't really see hashtag ads. So maybe there's no FTC compliance here. Hard to tell if it's an ad, new character, or perhaps they got in touch with Anthony Daniels to maybe voice some lines for the upcoming Galactic challenges. Maybe there's going to be some voiceovers, whatever the case might be. I wanted to share this with you guys. A lot of ideas out there. I'm not going to stretch it out for the whole entire video, because now I want to talk about our boy Grand Admiral Thrawn. Now, we know Thrawn is very counter meta for a long time. His fracture is second to none. But I've been doing a lot of testing lately after that whole stream when I was debating. I was like, I kind of want to try out Thrawn Lead, and people are like, it's not going to work. Well, guess what? I got it to work, and I got plenty of footage to share with you guys today all about it. Thrawn Lead. Now, traditionally, up against our Galactic Legends, we've been beating the horse to death in regards to Vader Lead. Vader Lead has the extra offense, has the turn meter removal, and the damage over times that never expire until Darth Vader is defeated. Well, I've been trying out Thrawn Lead, and I think we got another great opportunity. The great thing is, Thrawn Lead still keeps some of what Vader has, the extra offense. We're not getting 30% offense, we're getting 25% offense, but we're getting more protection. So Sherry, for example, our girl's gonna be thicker than ever. So more survivability, which is always helpful, especially when you're going up against Galactic Legends Kylo. Surviving that first big AoE is extremely important. But really, the thing I want to talk about, you don't even need the Zeta, honestly. The Zeta's, we did a Zeta video the other day. It's not really all that great. It's novelty at best. But this right here, maneuver, Dispel all debuffs on this character. Cool. And that's granted to all the Imperials when he's leading. And 50% turn meter. And that is the part I want to get to. Maneuver itself and the turn meter gain. And furthermore, the Zeta, if you are ever going to Zeta Thrawn, the Zeta that you might want to consider is Ebb and Flow. And this especially is what is really cool. People forgot one of the biggest secrets about Thrawn, because Thrawn lead kind of has fallen to the wayside, is Thrawn can technically hold on to a fracture for the whole entire match, and that is the case. I've been able to get Thrawn to hold on to Rey and Kylo. Once they're fractured, they will never take a turn until Vader puts them in the grave, because every time an Empire is using a special ability, Thrawn is losing 15% turn meter, which means he's holding on to the fracture even longer, and that means the Galactic Legend is not going to escape from the fracture. So maneuver, getting that ability from Legendary Strategist is an extra special ability, which means you're spamming special abilities, and therefore you're going to be able to hold Thrawn in fracture as long as possible. And furthermore, with Darth Vader, let's roll some footage. I'm getting too excited here. Hopefully you guys are following my train of thought here. But furthermore, with Darth Vader, what happens is you want the maneuver, besides just giving Thrawn extra special abilities for him to hold on to fracture as long as possible. Furthermore, what I found is maneuver allows Vader to quickly cycle back into Merciless Massacre. So let's say you're getting close to Merciless Massacre, he does all of his opening stuff. The whole goal is try to get him into another round of Merciless Massacre as fast as possible, and maneuver will basically help him speed up. Vader's gonna get 50% turn meter, and if you have the Blast Tech weapon mod from with Wat Tambor, which seems pretty necessary still. I almost beat Kylo Ren with the full Empire team, but I really think we need that Vader turn meter tech on him still. But point being, with that Blast Tech with mod maneuver, Vader's gonna quickly take another turn, and Vader now technically under the Thrawn lead, he's gonna have 4 special abilities: Force Crush, the Culling Blade, Merciless Massacre, and then he's gonna have maneuver, which basically those are 4 abilities right there to have the Empire hold on to the enemy as long as possible through that fracture. So really, that was insane. Like, as you're gonna see, especially when he gets to the raid battles, we're just toying with Rey. I have about 2 or 3 raid battles coming up after this Kylo Ren battle right here, and Rey was just sitting there. She couldn't take a turn because I am spamming specials from Imperial Probe Droid, from Vader, and Sherry the Shore Trooper. More special abilities means the longer Thrawn is holding on to fracture. Now, I will be 100% honest. I feel like the reason why we've been beating Kylo pretty consistently with the Thrawn lead is because of Imperial Probe Droid and that Zeta. And furthermore, if you miss out on an extra target lock on either Kylo Ren or the First Order Stormtrooper, it seems like you run into trouble really quickly. So firstly, I'm going to be 100% honest. Beating Kylo Ren, assuming there's double taunts, you need to get both of those target locks, and you need that Zeta on Imperial Probe Droid. So therefore, you can go and fracture Supreme Leader Kylo, and then once you got that fracture on Kylo, he's never taken a turn again, which is fantastic. So I want to put that out there. Single tanks are going to be a lot easier to take care of. And Rey, it's even easier because really all the tanks that she traditionally uses, they lose their taunt really quickly after Imperial Probe Droid goes out there and dispels it. But just pay attention to the footage here. Yes, we're missing out on a little bit extra offense, and we're missing out on the turn meter removal. And of course, the damage overtimes are being cleansed by Barris's passive, for example. But as long as Vader just keeps taking all these turns, he's going to be applying so many damage over time, so many debuffs, and Barris isn't really cleansing Rey first. She's traditionally cleansing the hero brothers, Finn and Poe. So Rey's going to have a lot of debuffs on her no matter what, and it was never a problem. By far, it was much more consistent up against Galactic Legends Rey. Kylo, I would say as long as you get the double target locks on the tanks, you're going to be able to get 100% consistency out of it. Of course, you need a decently fast Thrawn, and Thrawn needs to be modded for protection. But I think this is really curious. Like, watch, we're getting into the end of this battle right here, and I'm just spamming specials, just trying to get the point across, because I'm trying to set up Vader for a good Culling Blade, because right now we lost a lot of the debuffs on Rey. But watch, we're just spamming specials, and pay attention to Thrawn's turn meter. It keeps getting pulled back. Rey and Kylo, they do not get a turn afterwards. So, and the part of the art, especially with going up against Rey, there's an art and science behind it. You need to make sure there's at least like 15 or so debuffs on Rey to make sure you have a successful Culling Blade to knock her dead. Look, I could have done the Culling Blade right now, but I was like, you know what? We're going to play around a little bit. Let's just keep proving the point that Thrawn lead is severely undervalued, because Thrawn holds on to fracture way longer than any other lead out there, because with Thrawn lead, you're getting more special abilities. We're going to run one more battle right here. Granted, L3 and Barris were gear 12. in this footage, but really L3 and Barris, their gear isn't really as material. It's Rey and the Hero Brothers that really makes a difference here. So big shout out to my shard mate, Jeswa Mona Lisa. I always mispronounce their name. Thank you for putting the Rey team on defense, and Dayp for putting the Galactic Legends Kylo team on defense, because I'm really liking Thrawn. I don't know if I'm sold on Vader lead or Thrawn lead. The point being is Vader again and again is demonstrating that he's coming to Galaxy Series with this rework, and he's just opening up so much theory crafting viability. The last time that Thrawn lead was relevant was way back when the day when I showed it defeating the Sith meta, because there was a lot of debuffs during the Sith meta. Thrawn and Magma Trooper, they're forgotten at this point. But the point being is it's been a long time since Thrawn lead has ever been a thing. And now with Vader coming in and all these special abilities and Thrawn being so important to fracture these Galactic Legends and hold them in place, I really want to put it out there. Consider Grand Admiral Thrawn lead, especially if you don't have the Vader Zeta, or let's say you don't have Palpatine Zeta on the lead. Thrawn doesn't need the Zeta on the lead to make it work. You will need that ebb and flow Zeta if you want Thrawn to hold on to fracture as much as possible, and you really want to stick to as much of an Empire team as possible, because you need Empires to keep spamming their special abilities. It's really cool seeing this kind of come back in full circle. Thrawn lead was definitely one of the more strategic type of leaders. It was never an AI defensive friendly leadership, but in the hands of maybe a Grand Admiral, director of the video gaming division at the Galactic Empire, his lead, it can be a very powerful tool, and we're seeing it come back again, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know what you guys' thoughts are down below on the C-3PO thing. Are we getting a new character? Was that just a sponsored ad without the hashtag disclosures? Or are we going to get Anthony Daniels to be doing some sort of Galaxy of Heroes voiceovers? Whatever the case might be, I thought it was pretty cool. And of course, Grand Admiral Thrawn flexing all the lovely Imperial might. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like if you did enjoy the video, comment down below, and be sure to subscribe so you're not missing a thing over here. We're always having a good time and showing only the coolest stuff in the galaxy. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Gary, roll out that outro.